The General Society and the School Mechanics Institute is unique.
One of the wonderful things about the Mechanics Institute is the beautiful home in which it's housed.
The details on the building are very beautifully put together.
Mechanics Institute is really the only place in New York City that fills this void of educating people that are in the trades. This is a unique institution that should go on for another 200 years.
This institution really is needed. It needs your support because it supports all of New York.
The General Society is an organization that's founded in 1785 to support social, educational, and cultural services for the working classes.
It was started by 22 tradesmen, and they banded together for the general welfare of themselves, their children, and their wives. The then president of the society found a school and a library for apprentices. In 1821, a school for women was founded by the General Society, which was very radical at that time.
The General Society's building and its location on 44th Street is just absolutely central to New York City.
The building began in 1890 when the Berkeley School purchased the site, and they commissioned a design from a relatively prominent New York architectural firm, Lamb & Rich, and they designed a beautiful Renaissance-inspired building. By 1899, they had sold the building to the General Society. With some money from Andrew Carnegie, they moved into the building. By the late 1890s, this block and the blocks nearby between 5th and 6th Avenues were changing very rapidly, and they became a center for exclusive clubs and for professional organizations.
The book that any new member signs now is the same book that's been in use since the Society was founded in 1785. We have over 200 years of original signatures in that book, including some of very famous names of people in New York City history. Because the Society is made up of people in the building trades, there are numerous buildings in the city that have been touched by Society members. City Hall, for example, the World Trade Center, IBM headquarters, have all had the hand of members of the General Society in it.
My father was an orphan.
He was an immigrant.
He had been kicked out of grammar school in the 7th grade.
Didn't have the opportunity to get a formal college education.
And it was Mechanics Institute that basically straightened him out. It changed his life.
So the education here allowed him to advance himself in his trade and make a better life for himself and his family. My father's a direct example of what the school was designed for.
Mechanics Institute is the school of the General Society. It is tuition-free. It's a school for tradespeople who are in their trade careers.
I had majored in dramatic literature as an undergraduate, and my two sisters had majored in the arts as well, and we decided to go and work in our family's stone business. And when we got there, the first thing my father said is, well, ladies, you have lots of talents but very few skills, so you need to go and learn how to read blueprints and understand how a building is put together.
The Institute still provides that kind of training to people in the trades who are currently employed and can come here at night to get a technical education.
Nationally and locally, there is an unbelievable workforce shortage. Okay, the skilled labor in the construction trades, in particular, is at an all-time low. People are not coming into our industry, and we need to upgrade the entire cross-section of people in the construction industry. And the General Society and Mechanics Institute is just absolutely in the right location to do that.
I'm in my third year of the architectural and construction technology, and I plan on staying aboard longer. I was deadly afraid of estimation But after the estimation course, it was so simple that I actually started becoming an estimator, and I was promoted to project manager.
It's 82 PSIG.
My father came here in order to open up our business, which we have now, which is Ashlar Mechanical. My father said that coming here, I would gain the knowledge and understanding because, technology is always changing. You have to keep up with it. And here, you have people who are on the site in the day going to work and actually coming here in the night to teach us for free and give us up-to-date knowledge. This place is actually helping me to get enough courage and understanding of the system so that I can keep the family business going.
This is really one of the pioneering efforts in Renaissance design in New York. It has beautiful columns and beautifully, beautifully cast terracotta. I think the tour de force of the addition are the fire escapes. They're very, very beautifully detailed works of iron. It is a designated city landmark. It's been recognized for its architectural and historical importance in New York.
We have some interesting collections here. The most extensive collection we have is the lock collection, donated by one of our members, and that is a very unique collection in tracing the combination lock from the mid-19th century up to time locks in the early 20th century.
The General Society is a dynamic institute. It's moving forward in connection with education, communication, cooperation among various organizations around the city.
The Small Press Center provides an opportunity to those people who are thinking about starting their own publishing company. The greatest resource that the Small Press Center provides for independent and new publishers is its resources. The Society has really been very generous with the center in terms of the space and the time that it's allocated for the activities of the Small Press Center. The education, the seminars, the huge library which they're developing about publishing, it's a great contribution to the overall publishing activity of the city and the area.
The vision now is, instead of just focusing on an evening school for people within the trades, it's to broaden it with alliances. We'd like to see this building and this school focus from 8 to 10, with classes during the day, classes at night, mentoring sessions, kind of an industry center for construction in New York City.
This is a place where everybody in the city can come to better themselves and to develop themselves, and that's a tremendous, tremendous future and purpose for this society.
This is a unique institution that should go on for another 200 years.